My name is Carl Goldman, and I have the coronavirus. We had 15 wonderful days of a 16-day cruise. On the last day, after we'd already packed our bags, a passenger who had exited our ship in Hong Kong had come down with the coronavirus 4 days later. After 12 days into our quarantine, the State Department, the United States State Department, decided to fly the Americans back to the States. I boarded our plane along with my wife, and about 2 hours into our flight, feeling fine when I first boarded, I woke up with a very high fever of 103 plus. My wife never got the virus. That's what's so weird about this, is that she was able to be with me and be in constant contact with me up until the time we got to Nebraska, and she never had the virus. And I think that's why they put me into a quarantine area to begin with, but more importantly, into the biocontainment unit at University of Nebraska here at Nebraska Medicine. No one could come into my room without wearing hazmat gear. There was sealed windows, double paned, a big sealed door, 2 TV monitors were looking at me, cameras were looking at me at all times. What's weird about the virus is, other than the high fever, there were no other symptoms other than a dry cough. So unlike the common cold, where I would normally get a stuffy nose, a sore throat, sneezing, body aches, there was none of that. And even when I had the high fever, the normal high fever, that high fever usually comes with chills and sweating. I didn't have either of those either, other than a little ibuprofen that they gave me just to make sure my fever didn't return over the first few days. Gatorade was it. I don't know why there's been the run on toilet paper. I don't know anyone with the virus who's experienced any diarrhea. So that's a little crazy for me to see. Now I feel fine. My cough is almost subsided. I've gone now with virtually no fever since February 17th. So I'm good, but I'm still quarantined. I'm not allowed to go outside. My windows can't open. When I do open my door to get my food, or for the nurses to come to check my fever or take other samples, then I'm having to wear a mask. I'm getting 2 swabs placed under my eyelid, which is not fun. And then, as a tremendous bonus, I get one stuck deep down my rear end, which I'm taking one for the team here. While it's not going to help me at this point, hopefully it will provide some clues to help them speed up to get some kind of solution for this. I'm going to have a giant C tattooed on my forehead. So I've made a decision, when I get home, I'm going to stay at my home, working out of the house for at least the first 2 weeks that I return. So I'll do an additional 14 days. So if you're home, or if you suddenly have a cough or sneeze or sniffle, you can take your temperature. And if you don't have a fever, there's no need to freak out, because the odds are really good you don't have the virus.